Morning. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your lives. Literally. For everybody. This is the first day of the rest of their lives. So that's exciting. But you didn't think that when you woke up today. But it's true. Hey, guess what? Tomorrow's going to be the first day of the rest of your lives too. Which means you can do whatever you want. I want to vlog. I want to go to work. I want to spend time with my family. What do you want to do with the first day of the rest of your life? Let's go through the day and find out.
So I have a meeting today. Have you ever, it's a meeting and then like a tour. Have you ever wondered about the inner workings of the Department of Transportation? Me neither. But today I'm going to have a tour of the inner workings of public transportation, the Department of Transportation, not public transportation. Anyway, and a fall foliage trolley tour, which is kind of exciting. I can tell you that my boss comes up with the weirdest ideas, but they usually end up to be okay. So we'll see how today goes. On with the day.
It was really impossible.
Any idea how many stops along the way, Rochester?
Yeah, there's a schedule here someplace. They
relatively large steps.
Hey, you can sit with me, Spring. Fine, don't sit.
It also warns anybody standing outside the vehicle, we're going to move. The red car over there is basically a line car right now, but normally has sweeper brushes on the front. Vehicle inside 160. The green one has sweeper brush qualification. Yeah.
hold up a second. I want to get a shot of you.
Oh, great. You want to get a shot of me.
I haven't got a shot of you doing this.
We have any falling
Forgetting where
Okay.
it's a pumpkin trolley.
Find the wire. Because we pick up our power from an overhead wire, you always want to be able to have the pickup line, which is a trolley pole, pick up as you're going forward. You want to have the trolley pole in the back. Because if we were going forward and that thing was up, it'd have to come off the wire, it would start taking off the bracket arms.
Oh.
And we don't want that to happen.
That's the air compressor.
Oh,
by the
boy.
way, Pumping up the air brakes.
That was exciting. Just pull this.
Just pull it.
Whoa. That was neat.
It's okay. Well, I mentioned one reason of many for building the subway was to get these things off of the street, not only from a safety standpoint for the neighborhoods, but to avoid congestion, because by the teens, people were starting to drive cars. Erie Canal used to come up from, this would be about where Monroe Avenue goes underneath 390. Or 590, I'm sorry, 590. And the canal came, it turned at what we call the can of worms, came in, which is now 490, coming into the city, went across what is now the Broad Street Bridge, but it was an aqueduct, and then it went on up to Driving Park and eventually General Motors. And these are some pictures, construction, when this is the canal in the city. You know, it's kind of a disruption. You had all these bridges, of course, becoming popular in the 1940s. And I don't know whether they were cut open for a trade show or part of an educational system training, but the world now. And these are just examples of different styles of transfer. Transfer, of course, was when you paid your fare. Let's say you came into town on Monroe Avenue and you wanted to transfer to the line that went out West Avenue. You'd ask for transfer and it would be good for so many minutes, just to make sure you don't use it to go shopping and then reach in here. This was a milk wagon, and I like to point out the horseshoes were not only big, because the horses had to be strong, but even though it's hardened with age, this rubber had a texture. They don't normally have rubber on horseshoes, but they did for trucks that got a steamer that needs operating. You put a fire in the firebox, which is right back here in our real engine. The boiler is full of water, and all of the flues, the tubes that carry the hot gases, heat the water into steam. The smoke goes up the smokestack, the steam comes down into the cylinders, one on each side. And unlike a car, the piston is a plate, so you introduce steam on one side to push it this way, and when it gets to the end of its stroke, the valve system changes and pushes the steam on the other side. So you get 2 strokes per revolution on this side and 2 on the other side. So you have 4 strokes, and that way you don't have a dead center. And any kid who knows what a steam engine sounds like goes chuff, 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 chuff. No, I've done it. We'll fix this later.
Is this a commode? I don't know. Yeah, look.
Do they have a bathroom on this car? Yep. That's what that is? Mm-hmm. No kidding.
Yeah, you just pee right through that hole.
What's this heater box?
It's the heater, Scott.
No, is it?
Scott. Ooh, a ghost. I get scared.
That's cool.
down, you can look there a little bit, and anything you want to look at here, and I'll go down and see if I can get my trains running again. We're going to stop on the way back.
Thank you.
You have trouble with your
Great
train.
lines.
Art Deco, kind of, and Raymond Loewy, a famous industrial designer, created it. And back then, the streamlined trains were fluted steel, stainless steel, so he came up with this pattern for aluminum, which was much lighter for us. The story, though, is that I bought it, it's mine, and it didn't look very good. It ran, sort of, but it didn't look very pretty because it had been cobbled up by other owners. And I got a phone call. They needed this bus for a movie, and they had one lined up that fell through, and I kept telling them, no, the paint job is horrible. It had a flat tire. I couldn't get the thing to start anymore. And he said, look, do what you can. We really need it. So some good friends here in the museum got the fuel rail and the diesel engine freed up. We fixed a big leak in the radiator system, pumped the tire up, and said, okay, you can have the bus. So I went to Montreal on a truck, and I was up there for a week while they filmed it. It was a movie called Race piece about Jesse Owens and the 1936 Olympics. He won 4 gold medals. It was a riveting story, and the film is wonderful if you ever get a chance to see it. And of course, the bus shows up for about 3 seconds after being up there for a whole week of filming. Jason Sudeikis is my new best friend. He was the coach in that film. And they did a couple shots inside and a couple shots outside. We can go inside if you want.
That must have been really exciting for you,
Oh,
though.
it was.
Your plus, you get to.
I had a great time.
I
It was,
bet.
there were 2 one-day shot and 2 all-nighters. And when they finished the all-nighter Saturday morning, I had to drive the thing back to the truck to take it back to the suburbs where they were working on these things. That was in New York. It was exciting, right through downtown Montreal. Closest I came to being a movie star. The best ones. These rode the best. Drove the best. The gear shift.
Jason Sudeikis. He's hilarious, by the way. He's fantastic, and we're the Millers.
Revolutionary.
I was thinking when he was talking, it was going to be like a super old movie or something.
Air conditioning.
He's married to. Who is he married to? He's married to. What the hell's that woman's name? Oh.
Okay, so sometimes you do things and they turn out a lot better than you kind of thought. Gotta have a little faith in people every once in a while, because that museum tour was kind of cool. If you'd like to visit the Museum of Transportation of New York, it's in Henrietta. You can look up the address online. It's like Rush Henrietta Town Line Road or something. But they're only open on Sundays from 11 to 5. We got a special tour today. So check it out if you want to. It's kind of worth it. Whoa. It's time for another spooky edition of the Landenbergie.
Joke of the day. With
What's a monster's favorite type of bean?
I don't know what's a monster's favorite type of bean.
A human being. I'm hilarious. I'll be here all night.
Creepy. So it's This Is Us night. Oh, sugar. Still This Is Us night.
yeah,
Are you excited?
I am.
This Is Us has made Amanda want to be a foster parent. It's an ongoing argument we've been having. We'll continue to have it until I win. We'll continue to have it until I win. I'm closing in on victory. Last week, I bought her flowers to entice her into being a foster parent.
Why?
Well, it wasn't the exact reason. Anyway, until tomorrow, Blender Blades, you should all blow up Amanda's Facebook and tell her what a great idea that is. And until then, hit the puree button.
And keep on blending.
Blender blades.
Cam drop.